Kagurabachi. Well, this I'm gonna pass this one over to Josh.
Thank you for passing it to your partner, Sleepy Josh.
Sleepy
This is
Josh.
Kagurabachi, chapter number 89, Battle Chaos. I'm not even going to talk about last week because, I mean, shit hit the fan. The main Hishaku members teleported into the headquarters and ran into
Uraha.
Hakuri, Uraha, and this new swordswoman that made concrete lasagna. Very nice. They're about to scrap it out with some of the Hishaku members, but only for them to get trapped in this zone called the Death Game or whatever. So, yeah, but that has nothing to do with this week's issue. So this week we get I guess somewhat of an introduction to Ibuki Misaka, which was the former contracted bearer of the Cloud Gouger. He was 20 years old at the time of the Seriete War. And his sword fighting skills was on par with Samura, during the war. So 3 years later, at the time of Rokuhira's assassination, which is Chihiro's dad, of course, Misaka was ambushed at home. The assassin came alone. At the end of the duel, the hero, Misaka, was left dead. As we get a close-up of I forgot this guy's name already. I did not do my homework, guys.
The executioner.
The executioner dude that was in the execution room. He's looking at this
Azami.
Yeah. And he notices that it's the same armored assassin who ambushed Rokuhira's home. But he didn't realize that this is like a fake person. It's a puppet, basically. It's not even human. Or maybe it was human at some point. No, it has a contraption arm. So, yeah. So he notices that the real assassin is elsewhere, and we cut to a random store outside. It's a smoke shop, as a matter of fact. This dude hanging out front. And he's saying, out loud, this execution is tough. Can't just handle him with the puppet. Another person pulls up and is like, let me get some cigarettes and an assignment, please. So he goes and asks the person that was already standing there by the booth for like a light for his cigarette, and this guy pulls his sword out and slashes the cigarette so fast that it sparks that shit on fire. The guy didn't know what the fuck happened. He said, "Did you draw your katana just now?" He was like, "Nah." He's like, "How did you light it?" And then he just like looked at that nigga crazy, and he was like, "Yo, bro, like I know you drew your sword, but I'm getting the fuck up out of here, man." Then the old lady that was running the shop is like, "Oh, like did you light it with friction? Is that even possible?" And it's like, "Yeah, of course. You have to manipulate spirit energy, which means you can't do that in real life, guys. Don't try."
Yeah. Don't try to light cigarettes with katanas, guys. It's not possible.
Yeah. So this is clearly the sorcerer that was controlling that puppet. So right as he's talking to the old lady, he gets a call from one of his Hishaku members. I think this is the guy with the book that was crossing out names and shit.
It is him.
Of the people whose families are safe. So the guy's like, "Bro, like, what are you doing?" And he's like, "The armor suit just lost to Azami. I reckon I bought us some time." And the guy on the phone was like, "Right, well, what are you waiting for? Go ahead, it's your turn." He's like, "Yeah, sure." basically he's really fucking unenthusiastic
He's very
and
nonchalant.
yeah, very nonchalant about like doing it. And he starts talking about how he assassinated Misaka one-on-one. Like, even though we went with the group to go attack Rokuhiro. And he's just is like, bro, I hate that fucking flattery. Because like he wasn't really like a big deal. Like at the point where when he beat him. And it's funny because when he's standing up about to fight him, you could see like he's got like a little gut.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, is that just a mistake?
Yeah. No, I think that was on purpose.
Yeah.
Because he is just chilling. Like he wasn't sharp, basically, is what they're trying to say. But the guy with the hat on the phone mentions that Uraha is alive, and the puppet sorcery dude gets so fucking excited because I guess he's like a super duper skills, fighter and swordsman. So that's got him pumped again. Meanwhile, we get a little intro to someone else. I think that's not his name.
That's not his name.
No, it's
His
not.
name. Yeah, it's just a song. Yeah. This guy's chopping up fucking wood, like he's in Majora's Mask sword training area. Those who know. Trying to get a heart piece and shit. And he's like, my big brother and I were born 2 years apart. So to cut to the chase, his big brother was Mikasa and Misaka, sorry. Was Misaka, and they were both mad fucking nice. You know what I mean? They were like basically like equal in skill for all intents and purposes, from what I'm getting across. Aside from perhaps what 2 years of being alive longer than someone else might afford to you. Other than that, they were pretty evenly skilled. And his brother was selected to have the Cloud Gouger. Cool. Now we know how they was able to get it to this dude from the beginning. But when they went to go do the sword selection for the last sword, he wasn't picked and ended up being Uraha, of all people, as a matter of fact. He was a little salty, but his brother says that's how it goes in this world. The slightest weakness can spell defeat. And he says, we went our separate ways. After the war, my brother completely lost his will to fight. And 3 years ago, the Hishaku killed my brother. He had become weak, so he was defeated. That's how it goes. And right as he's having this inner monologue for himself, talking about how he's not like his brother and he's been practicing like nonstop since, somebody barges into his room and they're like, dude, like, you didn't hear the emergency broadcast is popping off. Pull up. Like the Hishaku are here. And he remembers that it was the Hishaku that attacked and killed his brother. Damn, he got done greased. They cut his head off and his arm. Or maybe they just slashed his throat. I think they cut his head off, bro.
Yeah.
It's sad. He was really sad about that. So he's fucking pumped. He's like, I've had a long warm up. He's ready to fight. And yeah, that's the end of the chapter, actually. So, Brian, what were your thoughts on
RGC.
Oh,
No hesitation. RGC that.
oh,
It's also my RGC, not gonna lie.
oh.
What about you, Jerish?
The dramatic drink.
No,
What?
Whoa. You know
I'm a
what?
little surprised.
I respect that. I know what it is then. There could only be one.
Well, there's only one other thing left, but
Yeah, I can respect that, to be honest. But
I
yeah,
love that. It means a lot that you respect it.
this is mine and Brian RGC at least.
Certified RGC. Certified RGC. Certified RGC.
Man, Hokazono just has a really good way of setting shit up. Like, he takes time to kind of like bring in characters and to kind of set up their motivations and like solidly kind of define who they are as they kind of come into the story. Like I just love it when he does shit like this. I don't know why. It's just so interesting the way that he sets up pieces that'll come back later. And the fact that we still haven't seen like the original Cloud Gouger's like user, like we haven't seen his face yet. Still, we saw his brother before we saw him. And I think that's maybe there's a reason why he's doing that. Maybe that's going to come back up in a few chapters, you know, another flashback for his brother. But goddamn, like now we have a whole new layer of things to kind of consider when it comes to these fights coming up. I'd say Uruha for sure is going to live now. This chapter kind of confirms it, because I have a feeling that this brother is going to kind of play foil to Uruha now. They're going to be kind of rivals. And this, what's his name? Hakoto?
The Hakuto. This Hakuto guy is going to be a really good, like, kind of really good character to test both Uruha and Naoki, I think his name is. I forgot to look. Yeah, Natsuki. His name is Natsuki. So Natsuki and Uruha are going to be kind of truly tested. And I feel like this is going to be kind of a thing to prove who really deserved that final sword between those two. Because if this Hakoto guy shows up, whichever one of those two take him down are going to be vindicated in Rokuhira's decision, which is an interesting kind of layer of motivation, extra layer of motivation for the two. But man, that guy got some swag on him, Hakoto. Honestly, he has some fucking swag on him. So I'm really excited to see him in action and see where he kind of lands on things. But that's it. Those are my thoughts. Yeah, this is also my RGC. I just love the setup of these characters. I didn't expect it at all. I feel like this break in the action was unexpected, but in the best way, because I thought the introduction of Natsuki and Hakuto were really cool. I'm excited to see how it goes. I figured that he has to fight Azami before he can fight even this guy. So maybe Azami dies somehow, some way. I doubt it. I don't know. I'm just saying that in passing.
Azami's the executioner dude, right?
Yeah. I thought it was really cool that their jackets, one of their jackets says "No earthly rivals." It's pretty tough. When they were kids, you know, they wore these jackets, and you can see the little translations that says "No earthly rivals." So that's pretty tough.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, it's a Supreme Team.
Supreme Team. Yeah.
But yeah, there's not a whole lot to say. I love this little backstory of the Cloud Gouger wielder. I'm excited to see the deeper, the more in-depth backstory to this, because I feel like there's maybe more to this story than meets the eye. So I'm excited to see what really went down with this fight, because I feel like it's possible that he obviously was out of shape and just wasn't, you know, in fighting shape, but I can't imagine that there won't be another layer to this whole thing. So very excited. But that's all I got to say about Kagurabachi. You guys ready to move on to the next one?
Yeah.
I want to. I'm sorry, guys. I just want to say a couple things.
Oh, please.
So,
shoot, I forgot. I'm sorry.
right.
What are your thoughts, Josh?
No, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, no doubt. Oh, look. So, what was Brian talking about earlier? I had something to say to that.
Was in a relation to.
Bro, now I don't fucking remember. Oh, the brother not having his face shown. So the way I took this is that we don't need to see his brother's face because he is his brother for all intents and purposes. This might as well be the Cloud Gouger Sword Master. You know what I'm saying? Just treat it like that. Just his younger brother who's very vengeful and never lost his edge. He said they were basically evenly skilled, and I think he wasn't chosen because maybe it was a maturity thing. Or maybe they didn't want to have two brothers as sword masters. Or maybe they wanted to have a different person per sword, and they felt like his, like he would have fit the Cloud Gouger fine, but his brother was better because he's older than him. So I just think it's not important about like who his brother was, really about just the fact that he is the continuation of him. That's how I take it. Shit. The other thing I was thinking about was how like there's a lot of people that had to there's a lot of cross issues here because the executioner dude you would think wants to run into like the puppet master guy just because he's the one that's interested in the puppet dude. But the puppet dude is interested in Uraha, but this sword dude has a grudge against all his shaku. He probably doesn't know that that's the guy who specifically killed him, but he'll find out, and he might have a slight grudge towards Uraha for being chosen over him. I think it's gonna be really interesting how these things like meld together. Also, am I kind of right for saying that the guy was still alive? The puppet was destroyed.
You were right. I think you did say he was alive.
Off. I knew something was weird about him because he just was there like.
I think it's interesting. So does this guy want Hakuto to go after Azami, or does he want him to go after Uruha?
He mentions that Uruha there as I guess an extra convincing thing. It's just like, hey, Uruha's there, but I think he said it was his turn to fight Azami. So
damn. So what the fuck is gonna happen? He's sent to fight Azami, and now you got the guy who killed Natsuki's brother is also pulling up. So now that guy is for sure gonna run into him, and you also have Uruha in the field who's connected to all three of them, essentially. Yeah. So, God, man, this is just a perfectly like. He just weaved like a perfect web, like out of nowhere. In one chapter, now you have like so much more to fucking chew on. Like,
I was ready to move on.
Me?
I was ready to move on to the next fucking.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm sorry.
You always make me feel bad for joking around.
No,
I'm like, oh.
No, I didn't know.
You try your best, Chris.